Well, good morning. Thank you for being here today to be part of this exciting university announcement. Steve and Janet Leith have made it one of their top priorities to develop a comprehensive campus beautification plan. Part of that plan includes developing the entrance to campus along University Boulevard, creating a new and dynamic entrance to Reiman Gardens, and continuing to develop facilities for use by our faculty, our staff, and our students that better accommodate the incredible enrollment increases that we're currently experiencing. Likewise, our athletics program has developed new and improved facilities over the past several years that have significantly enhanced and contributed to our overall academic and athletic success. In order to achieve these critical initiatives, the university and the Iowa State University Foundation have worked tirelessly to develop and strengthen relationships with our alums and friends of this institution to help raise private support for those efforts. This morning, it's my pleasure, on behalf of Dr. Leith and Roger Newhouse, the president of Iowa State University's foundation, to share the wonderful news that we have secured a $25 million lead gift from Roy and Bobbi Reiman, founders of Reiman Publications, to jumpstart an unbelievable project to improve the entrance to Iowa State University and to enclose the south end of Jack Trice Stadium. This transformational gift allows the university to request permission from the Board of Regents to begin the planning process for a project that promises to create a stunning entrance to our campus and a dramatic game day football environment. The gift from the Reiman Foundation also reinforces the importance of philanthropic giving to the future success of Iowa State University. The faculty, staff, and students on this campus are the direct beneficiaries of numerous gifts from alums and friends of our institution. Although we still need to seek approval from the Board of Regents and develop the final plans for this project, it is our desire to complete the project as soon as possible. We would like the project to be completed by the start of the fall 2015 football season, if at all possible. In closing, we simply can't thank enough Roy and Bobbi Reiman for giving our institution the resources that will begin this transformational project that will positively impact so many people. It's truly a great day to be a Cyclone. Questions?
Oh, sorry, my bad. If everything, if everything goes as planned, what capacity then do you anticipate the stadium being, Jamie?
Well, the project still has to be planned out. We have some ideas, and I think the main focus of our ideas is that we want to be able to maintain the great environment that we have in Jack Trice Stadium and not be as focused on the number of seats. What we've experienced over the last several years in our stadium is unbelievable. And we need to capture that and enhance it and do whatever we can to maintain what we've developed. And the number of seats will actually be a byproduct of that process.
Jamie, I know it's been a question you've gotten a lot from fans on call-in shows and all that. How, I guess, exciting is it to have a different answer for them?
Well, it's exciting for our institution. You know, we started this concept 5 years ago, and at that time it was just a stadium project. And I've said within the last year, what's been really neat about the development of this project is it's become a university initiative to beautify the campus, to improve the entrance to Iowa State, to change the entrance to Reiman Gardens, and also to bowl in the stadium. And the fact that it's now part of a much more comprehensive university plan is so much more exciting for our institution than if we were just doing something to the football stadium.
Jamie, it wasn't that long ago you were saying bowling in the end zone was a ways off. What's changed that's allowed you guys to come up now and announce all this?
Roy and Bobbi Reiman. $25 million. You know, we've talked about several things along the process. We talked about having success. We talked about selling tickets. We talked about having an environment within the stadium that made you feel we needed to do more in the stadium. But then we also said it was a major, major financial undertaking. You know, the potential cost of a project of this nature could be half of what we've spent in the last 5 years to develop multiple other facilities within athletics. So to have donors step up and say that they want to make this happen, not only for the athletics program, but to make it happen for the university, to, you know, greatly enhance the entrance to Iowa State. It's a really neat day. And that's really what, you know, made it happen, is when Roy and Bobbi sat down and said, this is something we want to do and we want to see it happen.
When did they kind of come forward, and just what was the timeline for everything, how it played out? Obviously, it didn't just happen last night, probably, I'm assuming.
Well, maybe one of the best kept secrets. We found out about 9 days ago, the Friday before Oklahoma. I personally found out just before I boarded the plane to go to Oklahoma. So it was one of the more happy flights I've ever had.
This, you said it's a $25 million lead gift. What do you anticipate the whole project could cost, Jamie, and how will fundraising, or will that come from athletic department money, or, you know, can you go into that a little bit, please?
Well, what's neat about a gift of this nature is it inspires others. And some of the donors that I placed calls to this morning that I was able to share with them, thank you, because they were just as much a part of this as the Reimans making the gift. Because when others step forward, the Bergstroms, the Sukups, that have done great things for Iowa State, people get inspired by that. And so the Reimans gift is a lead gift. I fully expect there'll be others that will want to get behind the project and be part of it. And it will also spur fundraising on the rest of the campus, because this is bigger than just the stadium. It's the entrance to campus. It's the Reiman Gardens entryway. So there's a lot of opportunities for our institution. Our institution also is going through a master plan, because our enrollment is growing astronomically. And so we have to look at where are students going to live, where are students going to recreate, you know, where do students park? And all of that is going to take philanthropic giving, because that's the main way our institution is funded. And so I view that there'll be other gifts that'll step forward. There'll also be a business model component of it as we work through however the stadium gets configured. You know, we have, you know, back and napkin plans, but we now need to go to the Board of Regents, get the formal approval, hire the architect, sit down with the construction folks, and really start to map out our vision.
How much has to be raised before you start digging?
Well, this project will go to the Board of Regents in February. And so our plan, if we're going to get it done for the fall of 2015, if it can be done on that time frame, and that's an if, we would have to start digging at the end of next football season.
Okay. How much money do you anticipate I'll ask a different way then. How much money do you anticipate the whole project will cost once completed?
Randy, that's a hypothetical question at this point until we actually can map it out. I mean, when you get into building these things, Randy, it's like building a house. You may have a range, and you'll decide as you work through it. Part of it with a stadium project is what are the seating? Is it suites? Is it club seats? Is it general seating? That all will determine what that business model is. But we need to sit down with the architects and really refine some of what we're thinking visually to be able to determine the ultimate answer to that question. You know, I wouldn't be standing here this morning feeling comfortable about the fact that we plan to go forward and start something at the end of next football season. What we're starting is yet to be determined. Fair?
Any other questions for Jamie?
Well, thank you for being here. Obviously, a very exciting day for our entire institution. And again, can't thank Roy and Bobbi Reiman and their family for stepping forward and making this all possible. Great day for the Cyclones. Thank you.
I personally want to add my thank you to Roy and Bobbi for this very, very generous gift and for what it means to Cyclone football, to our kids, to our fans, recruiting efforts, everything associated with athletics, with the football program, and the university at large.
Going back to this, enclosing the stadium, Paul, what can this do for the football program? What do you think this could potentially do for the game day environment?
Well, I think you start with the game day environment. If there's one thing, growing up in this state, growing up around Iowa State football and Iowa State University, if there's one thing that the fans have always craved for, it's bowling in, it's closing in that south end zone. They're going to get their wish, they're going to get their desire. It's already a phenomenal atmosphere in Jack Trice Stadium. This is only going to enhance that atmosphere. It's going to enhance the entrance to Iowa State University. And with that, all those folks are going to be very pleased. You're always looking to build. You're always looking to show signs of construction for recruiting efforts. This gives us another set of blueprints, more concrete, more steel, more excitement for us on the recruiting front.